When I was a young man I carried a pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915 the country said, "Son, there's no time for roving, there's work to be done." So they gave me a tin hat and gave me a gun and sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as our ship pulled away from the quay, and amidst all the tears, the crowd waving and cheers, we sailed off to Gallipoli. How well I remember that terrible day, when our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in the hell that they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was waiting, he primed himself well, he rained us with bullets and showered us with shells, and in 10 minutes flat he'd blown us to hell. Nearly blew us right back to Australia. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours, and the Turks buried theirs, and then we started all over again. Now those who were living did their best to survive in that mad world of blood, death, and fire. For 7 long weeks I stayed alive, while the corpses around me piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me ass over tit, and if it weren't for brave medics, that would have been it. But 2 days later, in a hospital bed, when I saw what was done, I wished Christ I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. No more I'll go waltzing Matilda to the green bushes so far and so near, for to hump tent and pegs a man needs both his legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they collected the cripples, the wounded and maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind and insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where me legs used to be, and thanked Christ that there was nobody waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway, but nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared, and they turned all their faces away. And now every April I sit in my porch, and I watch the parade pass before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reliving their dreams of past glories. I see the proud men all twisted and torn, the forgotten old heroes of a forgotten old war. And the young people ask me, what were they fighting for? So I turn and answer their question. They were fighting for freedom, they were fighting for love, of a big wide brown country with blue sky above. So lower your heads and remember the ones that fought and died for our country. And the band played Waltzing Matilda